Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Welcome one, welcome all. We have a great Sunday night football showdown ahead of us here. This is Kurt with me, and I am Rubio. It should be a great time ahead of us. I'm actually watching this Dallas game here, Kurt. It's Brandon Aubrey's got a decent chance to potentially end this thing if they get a few more yards. You can also get the Cowboys at minus 154. Should I do it? The Eagles haven't scored since since 40 minutes of game time or something like that.
30 racks on it.
Oh, it just jumped to minus 375. So good stuff. Hopefully that does well. I did get it at minus 154. It was a rhetorical question at that point. Let's see here. JVC swept the afternoon slate. Awesome. That is good to hear. Hopefully that it goes well and goes his way there. And yeah, Kurt, you better be looking at some college basketball.
Big week for your boy.
This is a great week for it. I'll tell you what, my favorite part is I'll randomly go in the college basketball chat at 3 a.m. and Gavin's posting his picks for the next day. It's so nice, right?
Why are you up at 3 a.m.?
Gavin's grinding at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, that RPS logo in FanDuel, that's Landa's boy, and it's a single bullet. Single bullet took down the main.
Well, chill, dude. The game ain't over. Chill.
Oh, well, I mean, if he gets top 5, a single bullet getting top 5 is still awesome.
Oh, God. He is up by 7. All right. Let's go. Is that Mang? Damn. Okay. Let's hope that holds, man. What a freaking lineup.
A single bullet, bro.
Hold on. All right. Let's go, Brandon Aubrey, man. Let's go, Brandon Aubrey. In that game.
In the bush at 3 a.m.? Damn.
In the game. That was some good stuff there.
The game's over?
No. We got 52 seconds left. This is why I hate doing the show when the game's still finishing up, because I'm going to be distracted by it, especially when you got an RPS logo up top, man. That's awesome. Look at that team, though. Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best performances you'll see, man. 52.9 on FanDuel, 219 yards, 3 touchdowns, 11 catches. That is ridiculous, Kurt.
I can't lie. I had a lot of Gibbs in fantasy, but I did have one of my bets of the week was Montgomery over 52.5 yards. The guy just does not get. I mean, smartly, just not involved whatsoever anymore.
He was really involved the first 3 quarters. I was kind of as someone who played Gibbs was still getting there. But it was Monty
got
a couple of drives entirely to himself.
Just didn't do anything.
It wasn't really that effective there.
I mean, Gibbs. I mean, you can't take him off the field, bro. They do it just enough to where he can just be managed health wise, but that's all I need to do.
I got to see this, man. We
got play lunch. Wow.
Is that roll of work?
Lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch. Where's lunch at? Lunch isn't in here?
Oh, Lynchy. It's Lynchy. Yeah.
It's lunch.
No. It's Lynchy. Okay. Pickens. Big gain there. I'm cheering on our guy Mang, man. That is awesome. Hopefully he makes the field goal here. But Kurt, I'm going to go through some numbers real quick.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Saber, I just ran Saber raw, and it spit out what I built, pour up hand built 20 minutes ago.
Well, that's a good sign. That's a good sign, Kurt.
Wowzers.
Andrew, I actually had a decent NFL day. All right. I'm going to lose money on the day because of NBA. And that's one of the biggest things that should piss everyone off. I mean, the fact that Goga was ruled out a minute before tip after being announced as a starter, and the Magic won't be fined or anything like that, just ruins the vibe, right? I didn't even care about what happens the rest of the way. It's just a vibe killer for sure, Andrew. Kurt, here's some of the numbers for you here. Just yards per game against. The Bucs are 22nd in yards per game allowed, 27th against the pass, 241.6, 10th against the run, just around 100.4. That is obvious, right, Kurt? What is this, year 6 or 7 of the Bucs being a pass funnel?
Yeah.
And then you get the Rams on these two teams profile very similarly, by the way, on the defensive side. The Rams are 21st against the pass, 222.3 yards per game, and 100.7 against the run, which is 11th. Well, literally, they're right next to each other. The Bucs are slightly weaker against the pass. The target against thing, Kurt, is wide receivers will line up out wide. The void against the Rams were in the bottom third against tight end, in the top third against tight ends, and the Bucs were actually in the top. What? Like you're tripping me out with the camera here. They were in the top 6 against tight ends overall in terms of yards allowed per game. I was going to put that you want to avoid running backs against the Bucs, Kurt, but they give up the most yards per game out of the backfield. So receiving yards.
Yeah, you can run off tackles now too.
What'd you say?
You can run off the tackles against us.
Yeah, and like the outside of those little passes to the flat or whatever.
Oh, that too, especially.
Yeah, they give up 48.7 yards per game against backfield targets. So could see a little bit more Kyron or Blake Corum potentially involved in the passing game there. Another thing that I wanted to note that gets brought up right here from our guy, Rome. The tight end usage on the Rams has been incredible, right? And I think we were looking at the games ahead next week, right? I think like last time out.
Yeah.
And that was my note was so many 3 tight end sets. No Tyler Higbee, right? That's important to note. Terrence Ferguson, Davis Allen, and Colby Parkinson are going to be 3 great value plays for the Rams because all of those guys will see significant time. There isn't a guy where I can just go ahead and pinpoint Kurt as a lock to be like the tight end one. If I had to lean away, I honestly think Terrence Ferguson could be the guy, and then Colby Parkinson, and then Allen. I'd rank them that way.
I think it's Parkinson. Well, are you talking about DFS? You're talking about like snaps and involvement.
DFS. I think snaps will definitely be Parkinson, right?
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. Then I like Ferguson's routes ran is pretty good. Targets, routes ran, and all that kind of stuff looks really good.
So last week, or it might have been 2 weeks ago, I didn't watch the Seahawks game. It was 2 weeks ago. Terrence Ferguson ran like a wheel route. Stafford missed him. Very next play, they ran the same play and hit him on like a 34-yard gain. Like that dude does have some juice there. And I think Ferguson, just talent-wise, and with his routes, like you just mentioned, it will be enough to make him my favorite value. And potentially 2 tight ends in the winter. I'm not convinced on that just yet, C-Rome, but I do like that. Kurt, go ahead and talk to me about your Bucs. For the people who don't know, Kurt's a big Bucs fan. He watches every single game, which I love for Showdown because he will notice things that I won't notice ever. So, Kurt, take it away.
I think the biggest thing everyone's seen all the talk about Sean Tucker is going to get more work this week. As he should. I've been saying this for about 2 years that he should have been taking some of the power stuff from Bucky sooner rather than later. Maybe he wouldn't have got hurt. He should have been taking any early down runs from Rachaad White. Rachaad White is he's good in a role where just like a passing down back and a short yardage back where you might pass, might throw. But Sean Tucker is probably the better natural runner on the team and close with Bucky, bro. I'm telling you, he might be the best natural runner. Bucky's just so damn electric. But he's bigger too, so he can withstand some of those between tackles runs. Thing is, we don't want to take guys like that today. So my hottest Buck take today will be, I think we're going to flip it, and we're going with Rachaad White today because of the passing stuff and because of how I think this game plays out. And I think a lot of people are going to see this stuff on Twitter and everything about Tucker getting more involved. It's true, but it's not the good grain script, not the best grain script for him. So Rachaad White day for me. I think he's going to be super low owned. I think he might catch 7-8 balls if we're down. I like it.
So that's a really interesting thing there too with the running backs.
Is it a slot versus LA? I wish Goblin wasn't on a pitch count because.
Yes. Well, they've actually been better than I thought. So you know how I usually go through that. They've actually been halfway decent. They were middle of the pack against the slot, and it was the wide receivers lining up out wide that they're in the bottom quadrant.
Where was Kendrick Bourne lining up? Because he went for like 10 for 200.
Outside. He was lining up outside.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, right? I'm going to go ahead and share. I'm going to take down the saber screen here, all right? And we're going to go ahead and look at the Rams routes from last game, right? So people don't know, NFL Pro, one of the best websites. I use it for all this stuff for routes, everything like that. Kurt, look at the routes for Puka. And I said this in the past.
You've been saying this. You've been saying it for 3 or 4 weeks.
They're limiting his routes, and that's a big game last week, right? He's not out there all the time, and I think they're just trying to keep him fresh until the playoffs come. And this is obviously a pretty big game, right? The Rams are, the Seahawks keep winning. The Rams got, what was it, a key win last week, right? So they're first in that division now, right? What is it? 8-2. Seahawks are 8-3. So if you win this one, you go a full game ahead, and then you almost have the tiebreaker in hand. I assume that they'll play the Seahawks later on in the year too. That game will be week 16. I just don't think he's going to get 100% of the snaps, right? It's going to be hovering around this 75-80%. And that just slightly caps his upside a little bit. It's still an elite spot, don't get me wrong. But the routes for Puka have been down. We mentioned it with the tight ends with Higbee 12, Colby 9, Davis Allen 5, Ferguson 5. The fact that Higbee's out will kind of make each of these tight ends, I would honestly say, Kurt, 45%, 50% for Parkinson, 40% for Ferguson, 40% for Davis Allen in terms of routes, right? They will get that amount of routes. If they drop back 30 times, I would expect Ferguson and Allen to be 12 routes, kind of in that ballpark. Maybe Ferguson a little bit more. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, they've been running the show at 13 personnel. So, I mean, those numbers add up to how much they've been running 13. Just take out Higbee and you do the math, and I think that's what you get with what you just said. So I would have to strongly agree. I think it's with how bad the Bucs have been covering linebackers. Thanks, Beanair. Oh man, Giants rough one today. My boy Jameis tried. Anyways, with how bad the Bucs have been covering running backs and tight ends, I don't see how you get away from. You don't make a lineup without having a Rams tight end tonight, right? You don't. Come on. You make the rule, brother. You make the rule. I'm telling you, you make the fucking rule.
I don't even think you have to make the rule.
Yeah, true.
Right. The value is Jordan Whittington, who's not terrible, right? Corum's 3K. He is getting a lot more work as well. We'll go to the rushing work too. It's every 3 drives, Corum's going to get one, right? So it's 33% of the work. Kyron's going to be even the guy kind of late on if it's close. But let's say the Rams are up 10 and there's 4 minutes to go and it's Corum's drive. Corum's going to get those touches, right? We saw it a couple weeks ago. I think it was against the Cardinals it was the Cardinals game 3 weeks ago. That same situation played out, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think I am on Corum as a good value at 3K. The problem is then it kind of gets pretty thin quick. Sterling Shepard gets hurt with Godwin back. Ted Johnson slightly hurt with Godwin back, right? Just slightly.
Yeah.
Bucks defense is 4,400. The kickers, Harrison Mevis is 4,600. So, yeah, I mean, you kind of run out of, value pretty quick. You're naturally going to get those guys in Corum for the most part. And, I mean, the value is on the Rams side, right? It's going to lead to a lot of 4-2 Rams.
Yeah. Man, what do you I want to pull the trigger on Whittington. I want to do it so bad, but he just doesn't. Rubio just never does nothing. He never does nothing. He's just out there, bro.
I mean, that's half the challenge. I was just getting a guy out there, right?
I mean, look, even the numbers look good. You have them right in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. I just want snaps for the most part, routes, right? That's the
thing is, bro, Devontae's holding his back out there, and then other he's leaving for Devontae is one little thing away from missing it. I'm telling you, it feels like it's coming where he has to miss a game. He's been old man River and his fucking ass out there. He's been awesome. But I'm just saying, it seems like he's just getting nicky knack, getting later in the season. Old man River's getting a little bit more hurt. Sit out a game, brother. Just take one, just sit. And he's not been doing anything yards-wise, has he? Oh, he did last week. Okay, just last week was really bad. But, yeah, I mean, if the dude's holding his back coming out of a route without being touched, that's another reason why maybe Whittington just needs one more thing to happen. And he's already been out there, but then Adams goes down or gets banged up. Even if it's just for a series or two, then there's 2 or 3 more targets.
It's funny that you mention it too, because with Devontae Adams, right? He's holding his back, but then you still see 8 targets last week.
Yeah,
he's still getting
his red zone targets are just absurd.
No, when they're at the 1 yard line, it's more likely that Adams is getting that target than Kyron Williams is getting a rush.
You see that guy's Twitter breakdown about how unstoppable they are in that little 13 or whatever. They run 11 down there on the 1 yard. They get 11 personnel or something. So they run 13 all drive, and they get down there on the 1. They go into 11. They just run this awesome concept because McVay's a genius, and it just can't be stopped.
Oh, McVay's the best coach in the league right now, without a doubt.
Liam Cohen.
Oh, get out of here! I will say him going for it on 4th and 2 to make that game.
I'm telling you, if you give Liam Cohen, I think Trevor Lawrence is the bottom 20 I think Trevor Lawrence is the bottom 28 quarterback in this league. I think Trevor Lawrence. If you gave Liam Cohen like Baker, let's say, I mean, like literally, I think Liam Cohen's awesome, bro.
Did you say Sean Tucker or Rashad White's going to get the catches again today?
Rashad White.
All right, so you like White over Tucker, which is bold, which is good. We need that type.
Yeah, that's my hot take. Tucker had the awesome wheel route out of the backfield, but that was kind of like they kind of caught them napping on that because they know. I don't think that the Rams are going to let that happen again. But yeah, Rashad, I think it's going to be us trailing late. Rashad and Otten getting those little dinky dunk targets late. If it's like 14-point game in the fourth or something like that, but it seems like that's how the backfield goes with this Bucks. Like it's when you don't, whatever you don't expect. And like I said, I don't think Rashad White's not going to be able to do it on the ground. I think they're going to like try to supplement the run game with a lot of short passes today.
With Godwin back, you said it's the pitch count. You know what the idea of what that pitch count will look like?
You know what? I could actually, this guy, the Bucks beat writer, Greg, he messaged me. Hey, Greg, he messaged me back pretty fast. I can try to find out. Let me message him.
Let's look at this here, right? 29 for Odd, and Emeka Egbuka 29, Ted Johnson 28. We can take this to the slot, right? Because that's what we're going to expect Godwin to play is the slot. Shepard's been running 18 routes from the slot, right? He is the number one guy who's going to get hit by this. Tej Johnson will still line up on the outside. Sterling Shepard can still line up on the outside too. But the main guy this hurts with Godwin being back is Sterling Shepard. DK did get out ahead on it. They did price Shepard down a little bit. Tej Johnson even got a price nerf too. You see Rashad White. Like look at the snaps for the passing game here, Kurt. Even last week with Sean Tucker absolutely balling out, White still got 17 routes to Sean Tucker 7. So again, that goes case in point with what you said. If you think the Bucks are going to be trailing this game, Rashad White fits the bill much better than Sean Tucker in a chase script, without a doubt.
Yeah, agreed. I don't like a double kicker tonight. I think there's a lot of cheap options that are going to be on the field too much. Like all the tight ends are going to be on the field a lot. Tej Johnson's 4K is going to be out there a lot. I mean, I don't love Shepard, but God, we run a lot of design stuff for Shepard, and he's 3,600. I know Godwin's back, but like, there's just guys that are a lot cheaper than the kickers that are going to be out there a decent amount. One kicker's fine.
Out there, yeah. And if one of them gets like 9 or 10.
Yeah, I mean, one kicker's fine, but I think double kicker, you were like literally handcuffing yourself before the slate starts.
JBC got 3rd. That's good to see, man.
I don't mind Ted's captain.
For JBC getting
so
3rd.
he missed you back. Let's go. Oh, he doesn't know. Damn.
JBC's core tonight is Puka Nacua, captain, Matthew Stafford, Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker is plus 170 score. I don't hate that at all. I actually like that. Plus 1,100 for first touchdown. FanDuel core, Matthew Stafford, captain, Puka Nacua, Sean Tucker. Stafford and Baker Mayfield on this slate, Kurt, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. Without looking at the MVP odds, I thought May would be ahead. Is there a chance that when I look at this, that Matthew Stafford's actually in the lead for MVP potentially?
I think he should be.
I'm like thinking that too. I was just like, looking at it, I was like, man, like Stafford hasn't put a foot wrong this year. Hasn't. Just like he has arguably been the best guy, week in and week out.
Bro, I've been a Stafford guy for so long. Yep. Even on those bad Lions teams, I was like, bro, this guy's good as shit. Like, I mean, that's not. I feel like everyone kind of realized it, but I was on it pretty damn early when they were really bad. Like even you remember that stretch when Stafford was throwing a lot of picks, like doing his Brett Favre stuff. I was even on him, like, bro, this guy, I don't care. Like, this guy's good as shit. He just has to try to make plays because his team sucks ass.
Facts.
Love Stafford, bro.
So it's funny you mentioned that, right? He has minus 120 for the MVP. And I wanted to get your thoughts on him at captain tonight because Puka Nacua being slightly limited.
I've already built it.
Yeah, so you like Stafford captain. I'm kind of leaning on it like, hey, like Puka's slightly limited, right? It's kind of obvious if you're looking at the snap count. He's getting about 75.
It's the roulette thing too.
Yes. There's so many guys who can catch a touchdown on this side, right?
Like you get the one to Blake Corum, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean easily.
Like let's for the Bucks, how many guys? So you got even before Godwin last week, but Godwin who's limited, Egbuka, White, Shepard, Tez. And then you go to the Rams, Devontae, Puka, Corum, William. I really don't think Sean Tucker's going to catch a touchdown. Corum, all 3 tight ends, Jordan Whittington. I mean, that's like 9. Like I think
you're forgetting Mumfield.
Huh?
You're forgetting our
Honestly,
guy.
for real though. Like,
I look at all the guys who ran more than 4 or 5 routes, and now that Higbee's no longer in the mix, like Xavier Smith is there too, right? Who caught a pass last week. It just feels like Stafford, if he spread it around to 3 different guys, he is going to be the optimal captain, right?
Yeah.
If Puka or Devontae Adams catch 2, or if Puka catches 1, probably going to be Puka, right? Even with like an 8 for 101 stat line, that's probably enough for him, right? 27 fantasy points. But Stafford does have a much better path than a usual pocket passer. I think that's the way to kind of decipher it, is that we usually don't like playing pocket passers in the captain slot, but Stafford is about as good of an exception as it gets, right? Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, you're not as interested in the captain as Stafford, right?
well, he started scrambling again last week.
He did.
It's a big game. I think you get the rushing touchdown tonight.
A rushing touchdown.
I think you get the rushing touchdown tonight.
Surely you get like 4-1 odds on that. Sure.
I think it was like 3.5. Maybe it was 4-1. Maybe it was 4. You're right.
Not 3.5.
I did it. It's 3.
Oh, no, it makes sense. I haven't looked at the odds yet. We're going to do another. Here we did. John Mangini. That's awesome, man. He just tweeted it out too.
Oh, that's who it is? I've seen him in the chat.
I might have. Magnani, maybe. John Magnani, man. 247.04 on FanDuel for 200K. One of the best lineups you'll ever see. Winston, Gibbs, Emmanuel Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Wandale Robinson is the bring back on that, or as the stack with Winston, Gibbs, and St. Brown in that mix. Parker Washington. That was the guy. That was the guy who got him a little bit different. Henry, a double Henry stack. Derrick Henry and Hunter Henry. And then the Saints defense to cap it off. Won by 7 fantasy points, man. Congrats, John. That is, yeah, awesome. I mean, I know he might not, he's definitely probably not watching the show, but you have to worry about a stack.
Yeah, so, I mean, Landon's probably partying with him because Landon's not even on the show, and he usually taps in.
Yeah, that's awesome. You said it's single bullet, too. He posted it. Shit, it literally is a single bullet. It's his only entry in that entire contest. So that's awesome. Shout out John, man. Repping the logo. We got to love that. All right. Running backs. We've already touched on it, but, people are trickling in. People are trickling out, right? Blake Corum's role in this offense is, pretty apparent, right? I know, what was the game? I think it was the 49ers game, the first 49ers game, I should say, where he got phased out really quick after fumbling, or like that bobble on the handoff, right? And then he dropped a pass, and then he was just yanked. But since then, here's his attempts per game: 5 against the Ravens, 12 against the Jags, 13 against the Saints, 13 against the Niners again, and then 8 last week in a very close game. 3 blowouts in the mix. Like, even that 49ers game was kind of handy for the most part, right? It was really no question that fourth quarter who was going to win. But if you're looking at 7-8 carries in this game, he's definitely going to be far more efficient than last week. Corum is probably just a great value click at 3K. And this is, adding on to the tight ends that we already have, right?
Corum? Yeah, that's all the value today. I think Corum, he even gets some goal line stuff too. I mean, he's 3K. If he falls in the end zone once, doesn't catch the pass, doesn't really need to do much more. I mean, if he gets you 9, you're fine.
Yeah, that's true. If you get 9, I would snap your hand off.
I think Corum's a very strong play tonight. I mean, I know I talk about how you can't run in tackles between the tackles against us, but he can do other stuff, and he's getting out there enough. I have one of my feelings is Baker rushing us down. Another feeling is Corum gets it in the box or has a big gain.
I like Corum. I do. Let's look at this real quick. I want to check his receiving stuff. Has he been getting involved in the receiving? He had 6 routes last week, 1 touch. So just the 1 catch last week. He hasn't had a catch since the Colts. Or wait, yeah, the 1 catch last week. That's what it was. I hadn't had a catch since week 7. So he's not going to get involved in the passing game as much. But this is the spot. The Bucs are the worst team against running backs in terms of yardage out of the backfield with the receiving game. So a pass catching running back could do well. Not that Kyron or Corum profile that way, Kurt, Let's talk about Kyron. He's one of the few guys that we haven't even talked about just yet. He is definitely going to be more of the threat out of the backfield in the passing game, right?
Yeah, definitely more than Corum. And I don't.
Man, he had 10 targets in week 5 against the 49ers, 8 catches.
His fours, but I mean, it seems like he's a way better floor than Puka this year, right? Just the ceiling's not close. Oh, over 30. I like over 13.5.
I immediately felt like I needed to get more Kyron, and then Saber was giving me a lot of Kyron, which I'm happy about.
More than Puka, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, we'll go ahead and address this too. My top captain tonight, Emeka Egbuka.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Godwin being back is huge for him. It's going to help a lot. And I know we're going to get this question about how can you play Kyron and Corum together. I usually don't like that, but I think you can. Even it's crazy. I think the Bucs' run defense is not as bad as the numbers say.
Yeah,
but it's just this passing attack is going to be clicking so well against us because Stafford's going to have no pressure. The Bucs cannot get pressure without bringing a blitz. And whatever you do not go look up how good Stafford is against the blitz this year. It is ungodly. So let's do the math here. The Bucs have to blitz to get pressure.
Yeah.
And Stafford will obliterate us if we blitz. So what's gonna give? He's gonna have all day to pass, or we're gonna blitz and put ourselves in bad spots where guys are gonna get chunk yards.
Yeah.
All that is gonna lead to when you run the ball, you gotta be, guys, the pass rush is slow down, like the play action pass, it's going to put the defense on their toes. So I think they're going to be able to run the ball. You don't have some passing downs too.
So you think the Rams win this game against your Bucs?
Yeah, I think we're a couple, but that's fine because you know what? The cavalry's on the way. Reinforcements are coming. Jalen McMillan and Mike Evans back in a couple weeks. Kalijah Cansey's coming back in week 16. I'm telling you guys, you do not want to see us in the playoffs healthy. I don't give a fuck if we're going to Philadelphia. If this team stays somewhat healthy, the Eagles, no one wants to see us healthy. I promise you. Jalen McMillan, Rachaad White, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka. Like the best left tackle football's ever seen, Tristan Wirfs. Like, come on, dog. What are you talking about?
The worst part, Kurt, is that I finally accepted the Eagles defense is back to peak and like this team is going to be bound for the Super Bowl. And then they go out and lay that stinker for the last 3 quarters. Against the Cowboys. Like I just don't know whether to be in or out on the Eagles, man. It's killing me.
Doesn't Kevin or Sean makes a good point. I think that the Bucs are going to run Sean Tucker against the wall for I just don't think he's going to amount to much, but they're definitely going to try to establish him and limit the pass rush and all that, but I just don't think it's going to be any effect, sadly.
Saber does not want to give you any Rachaad White for what it's worth at all. Yeah, Saber, I think I want to check the correlation on this.
And you're hand building too. You're not clicking on Sean White, or you're not clicking on Rachaad White.
So this is where I slightly disagree with Saber, is that they have the correlation the same with Rachaad White as Sean Tucker with Baker Mayfield. Just because we did just see last week where Rachaad White, even though he was outplayed by Sean Tucker, got 10 more routes. And that is going to be the case where he's going to be preferred in a trail script. That's the one thing that I'm trying to bump up Rachaad White more for you, Kurt, because I do like that take, and I do think that the Rams win this game. And I do think that Rachaad White's going to be completely unowned relative to Sean Tucker, right? It's going to be about a third of the ownership.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Precisely. Damn, sorry, I'm building.
Philadelphia. Dallas owns the Eagles, I guess.
Is that how I said Philadelphia? Wait, that's what I said. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
I thought that was just a play on words for DAL. Philadelphia. Dallas, DAL.
Oh, nice.
I figured.
Who won the game? Did Dallas win the game? I was up here.
Would you play both White and Tucker? Honestly, I don't think I would.
No, I'm going to say hard. He will get the goal line carry, so I got to fade the goal line stuff. I hate Tucker tonight. I think Tucker against this run defense and in a bad script, just a combination of the two, I do not like Tucker tonight at all. Is he getting any ownership?
Tucker or White? Yeah. Tucker is projected for 26% ownership relative to White at 17. I actually think
he has to fall in the box.
35, 50.
In what world does he come close to paying off unless he falls in the box? Just bet him ATD. Don't play him. Don't play him in a single lineup. Bet him ATD, because if he does not score, he's not going to do anything. He's not coming close to that. He's going to rush 17 times for 58 yards. That's it. Bet him ATD.
Puka's ownership feels low too. I got to get my core up, Kurt. I got
to fucking build some teams, brother.
All right, let's go ahead and give away the core. Let's see what the best team is looking like tonight. I actually think that the Ibuka team is looking scrumptious. Mecca Ibuka captain. You know who we're fading, though, in this lineup?
Puka?
Yeah, it would be a Puka fade, which I kind of like, right? I love Puka, don't get me wrong. But I do think you can get off him here. If he's only getting like 70, because if he gets like 18, right? Throw it out there. If he gets 18 tonight, is he in the winner? The answer is no. What did we see on Thursday, Kurt? Josh Allen on that slate wasn't in the winner, right? And you would have felt that no shot Josh Allen wasn't going to be in the winner, like honestly. And, you know, it's just the case that they get in Showdown. And Puka's been more fragile. Like he's only running about 75% of the routes for the Rams here. So much 3 tight end personnel out there. I think Puka is fadeable in this one.
That 4-2 Ibuka captain with Devontae.
Yeah, that's like
fading the running
you can
game.
Easily run. Yeah,
that what you built?
QB and stuff. That's the thing. You can easily do that.
Say what?
Yeah, run double QB tonight if you're fading Puka, of course, too. But BUCCANEERS is on one. I think Captain Ferguson tonight. I don't think you need to go that cheap.
I went cheap as man. I don't know, Rubio. He's good though. Like he could go for like 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Would that be enough in captain?
4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm just saying he has
it.
That
would be good enough as the captain without a doubt.
Okay, well then that just answers. I'm gonna go ahead and build. We'll see what it looks like. It does open up a lot of stuff. So you know what? Sometimes when you do that, when you do the cheap captain, it just doesn't really do much. I think tonight it actually will. Because you can.
I would say I'll hold hands with Kurt. An 8 catch for Rashad White game where no one has him at captain. I'm kind of
yes,
because everyone's zagging, right? Everyone is zagging toward the better running back in Sean Tucker.
But it's a bad matchup. It's not a good matchup for Tucker.
Matchup, and Rashad White is more apparent in the pass game. So I'll go Rashad White as a really low-owned guy. Did you make a rule to have, if you have Bucca in the captain, you play Baker? You don't need to make rules in Saber, but I mean, that's pretty wise to do, right? Like, you know, I'm not going to argue with anyone on that one. Especially like such a narrow target tree. You know, if Bucca's the optimal captain, think about all the guys he has to beat out too. Baker would probably come with him. Yeah. This is Daniel, man. Yeah, it's Stafford captain guy, 303. Easy captain in that case. Kurt, is it time for a same game parlay?
Yep.
All right, I'm saving my lineups now. I get more Puka in the captain than I do the flex, for what it's worth.
That's what I've tried to mention that. I think that's how you handle Puka tonight. You go because what you said have stuck with me the last couple of weeks. I've not been playing him, and it's been very, very nice.
And yeah, like if you're playing, and this is what I said on a main slate, like if you're playing Puka, you have to have a bring back with it, right? You have to hope that game stays close and that he goes off.
The last week, the game was it was close though.
Close, and 20 rounds.
Seahawks D is a different animal though. That defense is dirty. So I mean,
they didn't look that dirty against Cam Ward today.
I know, but you know the teams don't travel across the country well.
Yeah, that's true.
They never do.
God, man, I got to do one more rebuild. All right, Kurt, let's go ahead and go through this. My first instinct, all right, before we start up, I want Kyron's catches. I want his receiving.
I had that. I have his receiving. It's actually, there's good numbers on it.
Really? Okay. So what's the number you are on?
I just went ahead and did a 25 plus. It was like plus 170, I think, or plus 150.
We're getting fancy. We going with the multiplier. Let me see what I can get on pick 6. We're going to use pick 6 tonight. I can get, oh man. I don't like this.
How much balls did you have to play Godwin at 7'6"?
So I'd rather take a hammer to him. Kyron Williams, 10.5 receiving yards, Kurt. That's it.
I love that.
That's
Love it.
I don't want to use the word that rhymes with rock, but I mean, come on now. That feels right. That feels tasty.
Cock? Are you talking cock?
Oh, yeah. Whoa. 10.5 receiving yard. All right. You know what? Do you want to do double running back? Rashad White?
Yeah, I like this too. Huh?
16.5 is the number for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. I'm gonna keep bouncing around between these Tampa so people can see these route numbers and stuff. But yeah, I do think there's a very strong likelihood both those guys. The reason why we're on the Kyron one again for people just joining or whatever, Bucks dead last in the league in yards given up out of the backfield in the receiving game. Kurt, you got another one for me?
I did.
Nice.
What was it? Shoot, maybe. Oh yeah, Baker rushing yards.
Baker rushing yards? Ooh.
Yeah.
What number did you get?
Tanner said 13.5.
Yep, 13.5. Love it. All right, I got that.
Damn, it's gonna be heavy Rams, heavy Rams.
Well, J. Ruff, what are you talking about, J. Ruff?
What did he say?
Not to play Godwin.
I think he's gonna play the big third down. Like, I think he's gonna do stuff like that. I don't think he's gonna be like out there every time, but I think on big third downs and stuff. Which I mean, you can't play that, but for the Bucs fans, it's glad to see a third down guy out there because I'll tell you what, I've about been sick and fucking tired of seeing K. Dotton catch the ball a yard short of the sticks and get short every single time we need a conversion. God, that guy is allergic to getting a first down. He's allergic. God, I cannot wait till his ass is gone and we're fucking drafting the guy out of Oregon. Sadiq. Welcome to Tampa, Sadiq. You better learn Buccaneer, buddy.
That would be awesome, actually.
I'm telling you, it's happening. This ain't gonna be no OJ Howard.
Ain't no OJ Howard. IPT, Ferguson, Parkinson, Allen for me. All very close though.
Yes, I am with that. But I've made sure that when I'm hand billing, I didn't like completely fade Allen because that's just a scary situation. Because I'd tell you, you do not want to have no exposure to the guy that scored a touchdown because I think one scores. I think I did the.
How grimy would I have to be to do a Davis Allen over? That's probably too grimy. Yeah, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. It's too grimy. It's only 8.5 yards, but he could get one catch for like 6 or 7 yards. I need one more prop, Kurt. I need one more prop.
What's Sean Tucker rushing yards? Can we hit the under on that?
We can. 48.5. 10x. It gets us to
48 is a good number. Damn.
You don't want to do the under? No, I say we grow a set of nuts and do the under.
48. I feel like we're gonna yeah. Okay, fine.
All right, $50 to win 500. Kyron receiving over, Rashad White receiving over, Baker Mayfield rushing over, Sean Tucker rushing under. Correlates a little bit, just a little bit, not too much.
Pretty tasty.
What's tasty?
Pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. Ooh, this is a pretty good build.
I did get a Chris Godwin captain that I'm manually removing. I'm out on that one. Trust the process until you don't. Are y'all playing? It is tough. Like unless you're fading Puka, right? I'm fading Puka, so in the main team. So yeah, I think you can get away with it with both QBs. You can play them both.
I'm digging the cheap captain. Yep.
Cheap cap.
Yeah. What do you know about that?
Man, that cheap captain I just built that is nice.
I'm telling you.
Man, I was a hater. I shouldn't have been a hater. Well, then you get like this double tight end build for them is so elite too.
It is.
My God, how do you fade that?
Or I mean, you can count throw Whittington in there. You can say sub 3K pass catchers for Rams, because I don't want to get away from Whittington either.
Yep. Yeah, that Igbokwe team, though, I'm not going to get away from it.
Holy shit. 5'1" Baker only looks good, too.
Whew. The guy I'm under on him is actually Devontae Adams, which makes sense. There's so many studs on this slate. So many.
I'm going cheap. Yeah, I'm going Ferguson. I'm catching my main. I don't care. Shoot me. Fire me. Let's see. What was our singing parlay?
Baker rushing over, Rashad White receiving over, Kyron receiving over, Sean Tucker rushing under. I came in with a new 40 watch. Yeah, Kurt. I'm like I have BUCCA teams that I like. I was not expecting to like the BUCCA teams as much.
Why? Because it's cheap captain?
Yeah, it fades Igbokwe though. You're gonna have some uncomfortable fades, but I do like the Igbokwe captain the most, though, without a doubt. Like that one's my favorite. Fades BUCCA.
Baker looks good too. I think I'm fading Baker in my main.
I got Baker with it.
Oh, I'm fading Baker and Puka in main. I don't want to do that. Ugh.
Can I play Payne Durham?
I mean, no. Like,
yeah, Zero is going to be awesome now. You're saying I can't play Payne Durham in his one route last week?
No, you wouldn't even. I don't even think Payne would be active if Co Keefe was healthy.
He's in this one team that only it fits him just because if you want Puka with the BUCCA captain team, it is funny actually. All right.
Change my mind. Tez captain main.
Is your Ferguson captain, was it fading Kyron Williams?
It did faded one of those guys, yeah. God, the Tez captain's elite.
Yeah, I looked at those Tez captains too.
It doesn't have
BUCCA captain. Alan got him. Can't give away some full lineups, but yeah, it's good. Saber is hammering 5-1s a little bit more than I wanted. Gut feeling there's something wrong with their with just Showdown stuff. It's weird. Getting like exposures vary drastically.
God, Tez captain with Igbokwe and no Mayfield. What? I can't do that, can I?
It's already locked.
God damn it, I didn't get one in.
It says captain.
Mine says 8:19. I gotta change my computer time, bro.
Yeah, you do. God, you're living in the Stone Age if you're more than 30 seconds behind. My God. Must be nice to have that extra 30 seconds. Sometimes it helps out in NASCAR.
How do I change this thing?
I don't know. How old is that? That computer's got to be 1,000 years old if it can't keep up with the time now. Some guy designed it poorly, if it's that off. Unless you changed it manually. All right. For Kurt, for I, we appreciate y'all watching. Have a great rest of y'all's day. Good luck on this Sunday night football showdown slate. Let's go Bucks. Let's go Igbokwe. Let's hope that Terrence Ferguson scores one. Everyone have a great rest of y'all's day, and bye-bye.